Chapter 1. The Fucking the Return, Part 1. Odiko was faced with a dilemma. On one hand, he wanted to keep playing Os, but on the other, he was shit. Then the personifications of his greatest fears, example, a lack of good internet and a shaky body, were quite literally standing in his room. One would turn the router off every so often just to fuck with him, while the others would shake him violently whenever they were doing good. They were fucking assholes, and he couldn't do anything because, well, his good friend Lily would think he was a retard. Other than that, he was doing fine. Odiko was playing some nice maps, getting some good PP despite all the distractions. Life was good. That all changed when Black Buddy came into his room. He was 7 feet tall, completely naked and ripped as hell. His dick was as thick as a telephone pole and as long as his arm. "Hey man, how you doing?" he boomed, shaking the house to its foundation. Of course, Odiko shook too, since there was no way in the 9 hells that he wasn't affected by 100 decibels of pure Black Buddy. Ah! Odiko screamed at the top of his lungs. His 2 companions didn't have mouths, so they just stood there in shock and no small amount of envy at Black Buddy's Black Buddy. "Are you okay there, dude? I just wanted to say hi." Ah! Odiko kept screaming with his hands over his ears since Black Buddy was still loud as hell. "Okay, man. How are you doing tonight?" Finally, Black Buddy realized his mistake and began to whisper, which equated to as loud as a train horn. Odiko was breathing hard and shuddering. Who the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Odiko's wide eyes took in the massive figure before him. It was neglected until now, but I should mention that when Black Buddy came in, the doorway was destroyed. That was another source of surprise for our intrepid hero, one that was distinctly less than entertaining. Then, of course, the realization hit him as the ringing in his head finally began to die down that this person was probably dangerous. He looked big and strong enough to tear Odiko apart with his bare hands, not to mention the, shall we say, 3rd leg protruding from this black man's crotch. That looked like a dangerous weapon in its own right. "Hey little guy, you seem kinda out of it, don't you?" Still in that ridiculously loud voice, he gave the young man a grin. "Well, that's okay. It's not like you really need to be all there to do what I need you for tonight." Odiko's blood froze. Odiko whimpered, "What do you need from me?" "Well, I'm gonna anally avenge you, obviously. I'm Black Buddy after all. What else am I good for if not for sex?" "Do you think the man gestured to his long schlong for stirring soup?" "Don't worry, I'm pretty good, so you'll probably have a really good time." "What? No, please, please, no!" Odiko shouted. But what one must understand is that, unbeknownst to everyone on planet Earth, Odiko fantasized about being violated by giant black men all the time. It was his #1 fetish. Of course, he couldn't admit that in a situation where he was about to get some, since otherwise he'd be ruining the mood. How could he not resist getting his asshole torn apart, or whatever fun the giant man had in store? He wouldn't be acting the part of the rape victim if he just lustily looked over that whopper of a penis and drooled over it. So despite the fact that Odiko was very much erect and very much wanted to lick that dick, he had to scream at the top of his lungs that he most definitely didn't want this, all to the delight of Black Buddy, who was a sadist. What the fuck did you expect them to be? Somehow, in the midst of all this, the personifications ran over to Black Buddy and began to rub their bodies up against his. Neither of them could speak, but their faces gave away that they were just as enticed at the giant as Odiko was. "Look, see, your friends are already getting into it. Why aren't you? Looking at my dick. Doesn't get your dick big?" "Not as big as mine, but definitely big, right?" Black Buddy whispered to his soon-to-be fuckboy, grinning more fiercely. "Stop, please. I'll do anything. My girlfriend, I need her to be I need her to be with me for my first time. I promised her." Odiko scrambled to get on top of his desk and as far away from the man as possible. It was unfortunate that there was no way out, no window or anything in that direction. "Oh, well, if that's a problem, you should have just said so." Black Buddy snapped his fingers. An obese version of his girlfriend spawned into existence on Odiko's desk. What the fuck? Odiko and his girlfriend said at the same time. His girlfriend, if you didn't know, was never given a name at birth as a result of being unimportant to the plot. So whip your dick out and give it to her. Then let me take your anal virginity. I'm feeling really peckish, if you know what I mean. Been waiting all day for this, so you best hurry up if you want to be surviving the dicking I'm about to give you, boy. Crossing ripped as fuck arms, Black Buddy gazed benevolently at the both of them. He looked down at the personifications who were now taking turns rubbing their hands all over their new master's balls. He uncrossed his arms and rested his hands on their heads. Odiko and his girlfriend both looked at him in horror. Or at least his girlfriend looked at him in horror, both at the fact that she was now fat for some reason and the fact that she was being forced to have sex with the use of copious amounts of body hair, her fetish. Odiko, on the other hand, was faking the story since he was totally into this. Reluctantly and slowly, Odiko pulled down his pants, revealing his perfectly average penis. It seemed really small right now, though, and he hadn't the faintest idea why that was. It was at that point that the corrosive influence that Black Buddy had on the minds around him had begun to take effect. Odiko's girlfriend would have normally screaming frantically, was now feeling quite okay with all this. Odiko himself had been feeling more into doing this than he had before. If that wasn't even possible, Odiko's girlfriend pulled down her pants, spread her legs, looking bashfully at her lover. Oh yeah, I need you to say something for me. Anything for Black Buddy. See that? And I'll grow an additional penis for you. That, and I'll call Lily over here to record this whole thing. Won't that be great? Black Buddy exclaimed. Anything for Black Buddy, Odiko said as seductively as he could. Anything for Black Buddy! Odiko's girlfriend pumped her fist into the air. Black Buddy closed his eyes. Lily popped into existence, and Black Buddy grew another penis. Well, now that that's out of the way, get to it, fucktards! Lily blinked at the situation that was unfolding around him. He did not try to comprehend it. Rather, he looked at the exit, looked at the gigantic man who was standing in front of it, and decided to stay low and quiet. And then, because Odiko didn't want her to be in the thing, she went back to wherever the hell she was before this. Now, there were just the personifications, Lily, Odiko, and of course, Black Buddy. Black Buddy began rubbing his chin, spontaneously growing a small goatee to play with, then letting it disintegrate in his oh-so-many hands. So let us become one, he said. These lads have been doing a good job so far, but you're the main course. Odiko turned around and presented him to the giant man. Lily looked on in complete bewilderment. The personification stepped aside, knowing that their time was soon to come. Black Buddy moved forward with his double dongage, ready to penetrate. The pair of men felt the heat of the other and relished the pleasant feeling of sticky sweat running all over them. The sweat literally had legs. Here, Black Buddy held his penis up to Odiko's orifice. Go! Thrust! Normally, Odiko would have been pushed into the desk, but Black Buddy's strong hands held him in place. But that didn't mean Black Buddy made any progress. Instead, Black Buddy's erection was pushed up, rubbing against Odiko's taint. Fuck, your hole's too small. For the first time, Black Buddy wasn't wearing his shit-eating grin. What am I going to do? A raging shock ran through Odiko. His body felt as if something were missing. Like all the internal organs were gone, even though the proprioceptive feelings were all still kind of there feeling. There, I've turned you into a physics-defying anime girl-like creature. You are now able to take dicks twice the size of mine. Or fish, you could stick fish up there too. Both Odiko's and Black Buddy's expressions mirrored each other. Alright, take two, here you go. The penis slipped right into Odiko's ass. Immediately, Odiko's body felt the powerful waves of pleasure wash over him. Oh shit, that's fucking nice. Keep going, Odiko said as Black Buddy penetrated him over and over again, their bodies crashing together in ecstasy. Black Buddy was gripping Odiko harder than earlier. The grunts that giant man let out were like elephant roars. Black Buddy was having the time of his life with his very lively cock slave. Odiko, however, was enduring the pain that came with having something bigger than him shoved into him. That plus the unrelenting pleasure inflicted by Black Buddy's hands. It was a good thing that Odiko was a total M. I wouldn't! Odiko upped out between the painful penetrations his body experienced. Do this for anyone else! And then Black Buddy's other dick began rubbing up against Odiko's stomach that was bulging due to the primary cock. Yes! More! Odiko screamed at the top of his lungs. Yeah, you like that, boy? Black Buddy whispered. No way, he was yelling far louder than ever before. The pleasure that Odiko had been feeling increased all of a sudden, as if Black Buddy roared. He was doing what all men do when their dicks get rubbed enough. Black Buddy was coming, and Black Buddy was blowing up like a water balloon, as you do. Ugh! Both of them let out a shout. Both of them came at the same direction. The men sat there in a puddle of their own semen. Minutes passed as the euphoria died. They separated. Now you know what it means to become one. Black Buddy smiled down at Odiko like a king before his loyal subject. I will treasure this experience, Black Buddy. Odiko's eyes shined. The personifications were about to get their turn, but before anyone could stop them, the fourth wall was shattered! This is the end! If you want to see the rest, you're gonna have to pay 9 yen or more. Black Buddy addressed the crowd. Since Brisk is tired, we got a super short sex scene and a fuck ton of foreplay. Good for you. Okay, bye. Bye, said Odiko. Bye, said the personifications. Bye, said Lily. Bye, said Odiko's girlfriend. And then the writing got good. The end.